Today, we are not talking about success. We are focusing on failure, specifically the real reason why most entrepreneurs don't make it. This might be the most important video you watch this year. But before we get into that, you already know what to do. Do what the YouTubers do. That's like, share, comment, subscribe, ring that bell so that you are notified every time I drop another video just like this. Whoa. Look, I know you're ready to see this video. Look, and I'm ready for you to see it too. But I would be remiss if I didn't let you know about this new opportunity. Look, are you somebody who's been struggling to create new products? Are you somebody who's been struggling trying to figure out how can I better serve my audience, my clients, my community? I am going to give you the keys to success right now. Check out my Motivated to Monetize newsletter. This is a free newsletter that I'm going to be sending out to the people who subscribe. And I'm going to show you frameworks. I'm going to show you strategies. I'm going to show you concepts that are going to increase your business. Look, I don't want to say too much more. If you're interested, go check out the link in my description for the Motivated to Monetize newsletter. I'll see y'all at the end of this video. Peace. What's going on, y'all? Denzel back with another video. Look, we're diving straight in. Let's talk about failure. Forget the success. Let's talk about failure. Let's focus on failure because entrepreneurs fail to do this one thing. It's already on the board. I know you can see it. I'm not going to act like you blind. F-O-C-U-S, focus. But when it comes down to what the word says, what does it really say about focus? Y'all know I teach biblical success principles. This is where I'm getting all this from. And if it's in the word, it's in your life. So let's get into it right now. All right, so today this focus is going to be coming from Proverbs chapter 4, verses 25 through 27. And I'm going to be reading it off my phone. But this is where I got my epiphany for today. This is where God literally spoke to me through the scripture and gave me this particular subject. Right. So it says, let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze on what lies in front of you. Level the path for your feet. Let all your ways be properly prepared. Then deviate neither right nor left, and keep your foot far from evil. So again, we are laying it all on focus, right? So if the scripture says that I am to keep my eyes straight ahead, I'm supposed to fix my gaze, fix my eyes on what's in front of me, right? I gotta constantly stay here. I'm not supposed to be over there. I'm not supposed to be over there. I'm supposed to be right here, right? It says to level my feet, get my footing, right? And don't deviate to the right, don't deviate to the left, but prepare my ways in the path that's set before me, that's straight ahead, right? So it's talking about focus. And I wrote it just like this because I came up with an acronym for focus, right? I told a story on one of my recent posts on Instagram, right? And I told people how I actually used to wear glasses. From 6th grade, I started losing my vision. And we ended up getting me some prescription frames right in there. I used to sit in the back of the class, hanging out with the cool kids and all that stuff, right? But as soon as I started losing my vision, I had to begin to sit in the front until I got the glasses, right? I was nearsighted and didn't know it until that time. And as soon as I got those glasses, immediately, you know, the pressure is on. Everybody's like, oh, you're so smart. You're so smart. You're a nerd. You're a nerd. You're a geek. Oh, right. But that wasn't the case. It was just the fact that I now have astigmatism in my eye. But it wasn't until 2017, January, never forget it. I had already signed up a few months prior for eye surgery within the military. And this particular procedure was called ICL, which is implantable contact lens. They said my eyes were too far gone for me to be able to get LASIK, and it was too far gone for me to get the PRK, where they just shave a layer of your eye off, film off of your eye, right? So with the implantable contact lens, it is literally a contact a contact lens that is in my eye, right? And how I describe the procedure of how it happened, because I'm wide awake. One of my worst fears happened during this procedure where my eyes were clamped wide open, but luckily they numbed my eye up, so I really couldn't feel it. But it was like one of the worst things. I thought I was gonna lose it, right? But anyway, clamp my eyes open, and what they do is they do a laser incision, probably about a week to 2 weeks in the pre-op before. And they do a laser incision in certain parts of the eye. And then when you come in and actually have the surgery, they take a syringe, take a needle, a little small needle, thin needle, and they squeeze the contact lens out inside your eye, and they place it down so that it's fully covering your iris, right? And how I describe this particular surgery is like watching a planet be destroyed and then born all over again. That is the best way I could describe it, and it's super cool, right? But anyway, it didn't take that long for my eyes to be able to start focusing, right? I could see a much further than I ever saw before. And before long, my eyes were fully healed, and a new way of life for me was on its way. I didn't have to wear glasses no more. I wore glasses from a preteen all the way up into my 20s. And once I got this surgery, I've never touched a pair of glasses ever since, except wearing shades when I want to and when I want to look good. But we're not talking about that type of focus. We're talking about focus within our business as entrepreneurs. Now, entrepreneurs fail to focus. Why? What is it that they fail to focus upon, right? So if y'all hear any dinging, that is my youngster upstairs. She's going crazy, but it's cool. All right. So focus, right? Like I said, I'm broken down to an acronym. So the first letter being F, we're going to start with the word filter, right? Let me write it out big enough. Filter. What is it that you need to filter? You need to filter out all of the negative thoughts, filter out the things that do not apply, that shouldn't even be relevant, right? You need to focus and filter. You got to filter all the things out that don't make any sense, that don't have anything to do, that have no relevance, right? Filter out everything that is not relevant at the moment, right? So first one, filter. O, right? What does the O stand for? You need to be observant. Or should I say just observe? Right? What are we observing? We are observing the thing that is in front of us, like scripture says. You got to keep your eye on the path and fix your gaze on what's being set right in front of you. Observe. You got to observe. Observe all the things that's in your environment, everything that's around you, right? Have a panoramic view, but you need to be linear, straight line. Remember that, right? So then next we're going to the next letter, C, which I will say circumcise, right? Size. And y'all might be like, okay, what are we circumcising? You need to circumcise your vision, right? Meaning you need to cut out all of the things that don't matter, kind of just like filtering, right? You need to be able to cut the nonsense, cut out all the foolishness, right? Next, we're gonna go to the next letter, U. You need to be able to utilize. And it kind of has a double meaning, so I'm going to slash it. You need to utilize your understanding. I know it's go all the way down, but you need to utilize your understanding. What do you understand about your particular industry, your particular lane? You need to use what you know. That's all it is. Don't overthink it. You know, this is really a simplified acronym, but use what you know. And if you don't know much, you need to learn. I put up a post to a Facebook group, and a post I really liked it. I can't remember it right off my head, but the comment that I said was, what we know is just as important as what we don't know. So what you do know, when you know that you don't know a lot, now that you know, you need to go and get that understanding. You know, you need to get more knowledge. You need to go and get more wisdom. So that's all this is. Utilize your understanding. When you understand that you don't know much, go get learned. Go get learned. Learn it yourself. There you go. The last letter will be S. S would be silence. What are we silencing? We are silencing the noise. We're silencing the negative, right? We're silencing false narratives. We are silencing self-doubt. We are silencing self-loathing, depression, words that do not confirm us, the talk, the self-talk that don't confirm us. Look, focus. You need to be able to focus. You need to filter out all of the stuff that is irrelevant. You need to observe what it is that you were supposed to be focusing on. You need to circumcise, meaning you need to cut out all the things that don't matter. You need to utilize your understanding, use what you know, and then you need to silence out all the things that do not serve you, that are not bringing anything to you that is a positive value, right? And ultimately, when in business, if your business is failing as an entrepreneur, it's because you've lost focus of the one thing that truly matters for any business, which is where can I put it? I'll just put it right here. You've lost focus of the customer, right? Because no matter what business, industry, market that you are in, you all got customers. We all have customers. You need to focus on serving them because they are the ones who are pretty much giving the lifeblood to your business. They are the ones who are purchasing your services, purchasing your products, using whatever it is that you have to offer the customer, right? You need to focus on serving them to the utmost ability that you have. Now, I don't just have that one particular scripture. I have another scripture, and this is what really just takes it all home. And this particular scripture is James 1, and I'm going to read it from verses 5 to 8. And it says that, now, if any of you lacks wisdom, this goes back to the piece of understanding. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives to all generously and without reproach, and it will be given to him. But let him ask in trust, doubting nothing. For the doubter is like a wave in the sea being tossed and driven by the wind. Indeed, that person should not think that he will receive anything from the Lord, because he is double-minded, unstable in all his ways. James 1 and 8 has been a verse that has always just stuck to me. It has always stuck to the bone. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. If we go back to Proverbs 4, right, it laid out the blueprint. All you got to do is just focus. Focus on what's in front of you. Don't go to the left and don't go to the right, because think of it like a seesaw, right? A seesaw or a ship on water. It's not balanced. It's not stable because you got too much stuff going on each side. But until you get to the middle of it all, equilibrium is when everything balances out and everything is now stable, right? So for your business as an entrepreneur, the reason why most entrepreneurs fail is because they are not balanced. They don't have equilibrium with their customers. They are not focused on the needs of their customers. Look, you can say whatever other excuse, reason, or opinion that you might have, but it's proven. And why you think God will put it in his word? If he is telling us in his word, that all you got to do is just focus on what's in front of you. Stick to the basics. All you got to do is stay in this lane, the lane of service, the lane of servitude, right? This is the only thing you got to focus on. If you lean too far left and you focus on all the other shiny things and lean to the right, all the other things that don't really matter, that's when your business starts to go out of flow. It has lost its balance. It has lost its stability. Go back to the basics and start back focusing on your customer. Look, that's all I got for this particular video. I hope it brings value to you. I know it's going to bring value to you. Like I said, this is probably one of the most important videos you watch all year when it comes down to entrepreneurship. So Please share this video with somebody that you know that needs to hear this. Somebody who might be overcomplicating their systems and everything else. Just tell them to go back and simplify it. That's all that I got for you. Hey, do what the YouTubers do. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Then ring that bell just so you're notified every time I drop another video like this. And I will see y'all on another one. Peace. Oh, but before I go, look, I want to give y'all the opportunity to check out something that's going to be so impactful. If you are tired of this right here, of not having focus, and you need something to help you get back to focusing on your customer, I got the perfect solution for you. Even though it is the end of the year, I am hosting a challenge. I am hosting a challenge called the Rise to Monetize Challenge. Look, I'm not going to beat around the bush. This challenge is impactful. This is all about helping you go from idea to income in no time flat. But it's also helping you get a mindset of monetization, get a mindset of servitude, get a mindset of actually focusing on what the customer wants, what your customers want. And if you need help with that, if you already have a business already established, that's cool. But if you haven't hit your mark, the stuff that I'm going to be talking about in this challenge is where you need to be. Look, the link is going to be down in the description. Go check it out. www.risetomonetize.com. Hey, I'll see you there. But again, peace.